I'm Craig Grant and this is Cobweb Maths. I'm about to do a presentation on perimeter. It's going to be based on a lesson and I'm going to use a frog as a concrete concept. When my class comes in, I tell them that I'm going to teach them how to draw a frog. So I draw this diagram here, and they get their books out and they put the outline in. Then I draw the outline again, and I add a smile and an eye, and they add a smile and an eye to their diagram, and then I add the legs, and they add the legs, and that gets them engaged and focused on the frog. Now I tell them the frog's first name is Peri and his second name is Meter, because Peri hops exactly 1 meter. Now Peri is going to be our helper, and I draw this rectangle which is 2 meters by 3 meters, and he's going to help us find the distance around this rectangle. So what happens is we put Peri in this corner here, and he hops 1, 2, 3 to the end of that side. Now Peri's facing the wrong way, so Peri has to then turn 90 degrees, and at this stage we make sure we engage the class. So what does he do next? And so they'll tell me, yes, he's got to make another 2 hops. So he makes another 2 hops, and so I said, well, he's facing the wrong way again, isn't he? What are we going to do? And they'll tell me, oh yes, he's going to turn 90 degrees. So then he makes another 3 hops. And of course he's got to turn 90 degrees again, and then he makes another 2 hops. So he gets back to the beginning. So I'll put the hops in. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hops equals 10 meters, which is equal to the perimeter of this rectangle, because the perimeter is the distance around the outside. The next thing I do with the class is give them these 4 questions. The first 3 are gridded. The first 2 are just like the one that we've done. The third one is a thinking person question. That's what the TPQ stands for, because it's different from the other 2. So it's just a small step upwards, and I want them to make that step themselves, because if they have a crack at it and they don't get it, when I show them how it's done, they'll get it quite easily. Now this question 4, which is called an everyday genius question, is for my fast trackers. That's to keep them occupied, because I want everybody working. So they'll all work. I want to make sure most of them get to that question, and then I'll stop and go through the answers, do a review on the answers. Now we'll just get the other board and we'll make a start on the review. Here's the everyday genius question. All you have to do is grid it up, right? So you put it on a grid, and then you put the hops around the outside, and you add up the hops. There are 18 hops, so the distance around this figure is 18 meters. Now, after reviewing all 4 questions, I then go back to the original question. Here is the original question. Now notice how I put 2 meters, 2 meters, 3 meters and 3 meters here, and we know the perimeter of this figure is 10 meters. Now this is what I ask the class to do. I say to them, now you found the perimeter by using Peri. Can you find the perimeter by just using these numbers here without using Peri at all? Now this is designed to take them to the mathematical concept. The mathematical concept is you just add these numbers together. So you give them time to think about it. It doesn't matter if they don't get it right. They'll think really hard about it, and you must allow them the time to do that. So once you think there's enough time, then you ask for some answers, you'll get the right answer, and then you just show them that 2 meters plus 3 meters plus 2 meters plus 3 meters is equal to 10 meters. And you need to point out at this stage that when you're working measurement questions out, you should have working, an answer, and units. And I call that wow. Working, answer, and units. And I tell them not to forget wow. If we go back to the Everyday Genius question, that's the working out. Right? I've demonstrated the working out. There's the working, there's the answer there, and there's the units. Right? Wow. Working, answer, units.